Hi there, it's Sing from Qlife Water Canada or Qlife Canada. Today I will be showing you how to use your Q Cup. And I know it's a video long waiting and I recently got an email from one of our customer, and she sent me a video on why why is my Q Cup beeping, and the next question was followed by how come my battery does not last more than 4 times. I was going, what? Hold on, wait a second, right? There are some previous videos and maybe you missed it. Today I'm just going to address it a little bit more in detail. Okay, and here we go. Okay, so when you first receive your Q Cup, it's going to look something like this. All right, and you're going to open it up. There's no plastic packaging on the outside for the Q Cup. Okay, and you're going to get your Q Cup in here and your flask. All right, your basically the upper part on it, and of course the important user manual, and we're going to talk about that later. And you're going to get a couple of things included in here, okay, and including a pouch, this basically black pouch. Okay, so this itself, the clear plastic thing, this is a water bottle adapter for most water bottle, for most, okay, not all of them. All right, okay, the next thing you're gonna get is a charging cable and a charging plug. Right, there may be two models on the charging plugs, so don't worry about it. Okay, so the next thing we're just gonna do is just gonna put it away and clarify there's a mistake on the user manual. Okay, and it has never been corrected ever since the first production, and I don't know why. Okay, all right, it says charging time 2.5 hours. The charging time is now 5 hours. That's the reason why that you could use this anywhere from 15 to 18 times, not 20, 15 to 18 times on it. That's why they say approximately how many times you can, up to 20 times, up to, not 20 times, it's up to, depending on how you charge it and depending on the load of the batteries. Okay, so it's up to 20 times of used, and it's not 2.5 hours of charging, it's 5 hours. That's the reason why you can do that. Okay, all right, so there's now a double battery pack in there instead of the one. And now to begin with, it's going to look like this. Okay, and you just go simply unscrew the top cap, this cap. Okay, you need to, all right, and most important, this cap. A lot of people missed it, and that's why they don't see bubbles after a few weeks. All right, and sometimes you're gonna find water in there. I drained mine out, and in here there's a cup, there's a card, I mean, all right, and the card will simply say, okay, a small amount of water found in the hydrogen generator is normal to keep the electrodes moist for optimum hydrogen generation. It's basically just a quick start and to keep it moist. Once it's dry out, or if you put it to storage and forgot to use it for weeks, it's going to dry out and you will have to reuse it, restart it or regenerate it, okay, or prime it. That's what people may use that term in the industry. Okay, so basically it is not common for it once you dry it out after a few weeks or a week dries out, you need to restart it. All right, okay, so when you're putting away for storage, do put a dab of water in there. Okay, so you put it in there, you turn it on, basically just like that. Okay, that's how you store it away. And once all these things come out, the battery will be dead by the time you get it. So what you can do is, in order to quickly start it, you got 5 hours to wait while you're charging it, right? So you put the cup together, all right, fill it up with water under 40 degrees Celsius. So mix half cold water, half warm water. Okay, half cold, half warm, not boiling hot. All right, I didn't say hot, I said warm. Okay, so half cold, half warm water. put it in there, okay, fill it up just like this cup right here, okay, close it, and then charge it, okay. So the charging port will be on the side here, the gray little thing, the silicone, pull it out, okay, plug in your plug just like a regular cell phone plug, okay. It's basically a USB, not the latest one from all the Android phones, but just the older ones from the Android phones. It will work. All right, okay. So plug it in, and then the next thing you see is that once it turns solid green, not red but solid green, it is fully charged, okay. This one here is not done, so I'm just gonna leave it to you, okay. So once it's solid green, you'll be fine, okay. And now this is just an example of it. So in order to quickly turn it on, or to start using it, or to start generating some hydrogen water, you just simply press 2 times and release. See how fast it is, okay. Turn it off if you need to emergency turn it off, just press once, turn it off. So 1, 2, and it starts, okay. All right, okay. For the first week, when you get the first brand new one, the bubbles will not be as much as this one right here, okay. All right, there'll be hardly any bubbles at all. In fact, you after the second day, you're going to start seeing bubbles, or depending on how many times you play with it. If you're hard working in a day, keep on generating and pressing the buttons, you're going to start getting a little bit more and more, okay. And eventually you're going to see how the LEDs changing colors, all right, okay, and it's not beeping, all right. Eventually, okay, you're going to have some water. I'm going to stop this. You may see some water in here after maybe about a week or 2 weeks of used, all right. And you simply turn the bottom and drain some water. You're gonna have some water residue. Reason is what they pressurize this in order to get the hydrogen, and there's a pressure relief valve in here, and this is the bottom pressure, and sometimes you're going to squirt some water into the bottom, okay. That's all of them are designed like this, okay. You're gonna have some water storage at the bottom, all right, okay. After a little bit of use, basically it just pumps hydrogen in here, and then the oxygen and the rest of the gas comes out from the bottom, and sometimes you squirt some water in there, okay. All right, okay. Sometimes you're going to have a little bit of water seepage on it. It's because if you wash this, you're going to have water in the silicone. The water is going to stay here, around the threads. After you rinse it, it's going to stay wet, right? Okay. Next thing you do, you're going to put this around you. This I'm going to show you later. I did not screw in. Okay, we're going to get rid of the thing first. Even though you screw it tight, all right, tight, really tight. This one, some water is going to trap in there, and then when you pressurize, a little bit of water is going to sip right out. It's not leaking. As long as you're holding like this, it's not leaking. All right, okay. But once you pressurize it, it's going to have a little bit of water maybe sip out. So just be careful. And another thing is, some people do not screw it on properly, okay. They put it at an angle and they kind of screw on, okay. Wrong. Put it on nicely, screw it down nice and flat. There's an even gap around, okay. All right, this is how you know you screw on properly. And the cap is a pressurized relief cap right here, okay. You're going to start hearing a little bit of hissing voice, and if your ears are sharp enough, all right. So leave it. Some people tell me they can't hear the hissing voice. That's a different case, okay. All right, so there's a hissing voice right here. If you can hear properly, if your hearing is normal, you should be able to hear it, okay. And another thing is, I took out the cap because it just simply remove mine personally so that it can just drip it right out all the time. I don't have to worry about removing it. Okay, this just plays in for you guys. It does not affect the performance even if you lose this at the bottom. Okay, all right. Another thing is that when you guys are rinsing it, washing it, just make sure that this gray cap is on so that this thing, the water does not get in. If water do get in, do not worry too much. Okay, and don't worry at all actually. Just take a hair dryer, place it away a little bit distance, and start blowing it. Okay, keep it, dry it out, and then after that, a few hours later, a day later, when it's dry, you can start charging it. Okay, in the meantime, you still can use it, no problem. Okay, all right. And I do not immerse this in water though. All right, this cannot be immersed in water. The bottom part. Okay, the top part yes. The bottom part no. All right. So let's separate it again. You can soak this in water. You cannot soak this in water. You can just simply rinse the top and then remove all the seals if you need to in order to clean it. There's a rubber seal in here, you can see it, and there's another rubber seal in here. You can also remove those to clean it. Okay, all right, and another rubber seal over around the basically silicone seal around here. After you've been using for a while, sometimes it do build up, especially if you do sometimes. All right, okay, depending on the type of water you use. All right, always use filter water. Do not use tap water with chlorine. Okay, always use filter water. All right, okay. And what else do I need to tell you from experience? Okay, this thing here will last you anywhere from 15 to 18 charges. Okay, that's very normal. Never hits 20 in my experience. Okay, all right, it's up to 20. And basically just screw it in nicely. Okay, and then enjoy yourself and drink lots of water, because in order for it to work, you need to drink at least 8 to 10 cups of water, of hydrogen water. And it's an easy way. You just use it as your regular drinking water. You just press it, and so one charge should last you about 2 days. Okay, you don't only charge this every day, and you can charge this at work, in your car, in your office, in your power bank. Yeah, if your power bank too. All right, okay. And basically, simply, if you do need any help, please send me an email and I'll try to make you a video to make it easier for you to understand. If not, ask me a question at the bottom or the YouTube comments, and then hopefully I can help you, and hopefully I'll be able to serve you much better. Or if not, email me, go to my website and email me, all right, on my website directly, and hopefully I'll be able to get back to you as soon as possible. Or go to my website. Once you're on it, there's a Facebook Messenger. Send me a message and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible, because there's something wrong with mine. I can't receive any notice. All right, okay. So what I would do is that I check on my Facebook Messenger quite regularly, a few times a day, or then once I see the message, I'll be able to get back to you. All right, okay, but not instantaneously. All right, okay. So and the user manual is here. Do read it, and you do need to perform a clean once a month with citric acid or white vinegar. All right, it's like visiting a dentist. Okay, what the EDC mode is. The EDC mode is basically the sanitizing mode. All right, it basically is what our famous descaling does. That's like brushing your teeth. Okay, you do it every time you charge it. So every second day or third day, you turn on the EDC, which is the beeping mode. Okay, we'll go back to it, okay, which is the beeping mode. You pressed, and then you pressed, okay, and hold, okay, and it start beeping and it's solid red. Okay, I'm going to do it once more. Okay, Release. Pressed and hold until you hear a beeping noise. Okay, that is not hydrogen water. This is ozonated water. Okay, ozonated water in here. Okay, if you do need it, it's a great sanitizer. Okay, it's a great way to sanitize your cup and also descale the membrane in here. Okay, that's like brushing your teeth. Okay, so once a month you need to soak this in a vinegar up to here. Basically, replace the water with vinegar, white vinegar only, not apple cider, not black vinegar, just white distilled vinegar. Okay, if you don't use a citric acid, and then it's basically 1 tablespoon, 1 heaped tablespoon, big tablespoon, the big spoon, and 1 cup of water. Okay, just dissolve it, pour in that, and soak it for 1 hour. All right, 45 minutes to an hour, one of those things. Take it out, dump it away, rinse it clean, rinse it with fresh water at least 5 to 10 times. Rinse it clean, basically rinse it off. You will not be able to taste the lemon juice anymore. It's basically artificial lemon juice. Okay, all right, okay, and basically from there on you can just use it. All right, the reason why you do that is to maintain the membrane inside there, so that the dissolved hydrogen will stay in the water. The dissolved hydrogen will stay in the water. If you don't do that, the hydrogen somehow rather do not dissolve. It does not produce. It does produce hydrogen, and when you use the meter, you'll be producing hydrogen while it's producing, and you can see. But the only problem is that it does not somehow rather dissolve into the water. So once a month you have to do a clean, and that will help you maintain your cup. Okay, and if you do have a lot more time and you run super optimum, do it every 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. All right, once a month is more than sufficient. And again, same thing, if you have low mineral water, you're going to have a lower content of hydrogen too. Okay, even though you can use reverse osmosis water or RO or distilled water, you're going to get anywhere about less than 1,000 parts per million. That's 1,000 parts per billion. 1,000 parts per billion, less than that. That's 1 part per million. Okay, you're going to get something like 800 parts per billion at tops. Okay, but if you start using mineral water or water with higher content of minerals, which is about anything above 100 parts per million, you're going to get anywhere about 1,200 parts per billion. Okay, so 1.2 parts per million easily. All right, okay, so, and then again, now that's it. That's all I have to tell you. If you guys really need any more videos made regarding any of the products that we have at Qlife Canada, please give me a shout out.